Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Dumela Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. It is time for a tarot reading. Let us see what Spirit would like to share with us today. Beautiful beings, before we begin, we have uploaded the Pluto transmissions. We've finally come to a place where we were able to receive them. It's been quite an energy-packed Libra season thus far. So we finally received the Pluto for the last 6 readings, so we've put that up. We have also uploaded the Libra season reading so that you can see exactly the energies that are co-creating at this time, the powerful energy changes you've all been feeling, we're sure, the beautiful transitions and the changes in perception, in perspective, perception and perspective, which allow you to really embrace the divine being you are in order for you to create a reality which aligns to you, to allow the physical, the understanding of you, in order for the physical to then honor you in the truth of you. We have also uploaded the weekly reading, collective weekly reading from the 2nd to the 8th of September 2023. And beautiful beings, we have also uploaded, and we are ready now to share our OnlyFans channel with all of you. There's a link in the description below. It is a monthly subscription of $11.11 for the South African subscribers. That is roughly 210 Rand a month. And we will be uploading 2 soul sessions a week onto the platform. So it's about 11, 210 for 8 soul sessions. They're collective soul sessions, so we're giving it at quite we feel it's a reasonable rate at this time for everyone in order to anchor in those energies. The reason why OnlyFans, for some of you who have not heard this or who have not connected with us until now, we have been guided to bring through energies from source to anchor in our sacral chakra, our source frequency, and to really connect deeply there and to heal elements of shame, of judgment, of self, and really based on self, shame, judgment, anything that denies you from embracing all of the source frequency you are. In order for you to crystallize that source energy, the sacral chakra, your highest self, your highest frequency of being, and stabilizing there so that the physical takes the shape of you. So instead of the physical distorting and commanding you, or you using the physical as a reference point, it has to look that way for me to enjoy it. It has to look that way for me to find it attractive. It has to look that way for me to this. It's rather you are there in source, and it manifests in relation, in direct representation of the source you are. So you discover how it makes you feel. So instead of saying, oh, I like this kind of person, they have to look like this, or I really find this attractive, you are now anchoring into source and being source. What do we find attractive? We are curious. And then when this person comes along, all of a sudden you are feeling those butterflies. You are feeling everything. You're thinking, why am I being silly? Why can't I? What's going on? What's happening? What is this? And you're now completely taken aback by how this person looks like, by their way of being, because it does everything. It turns you on every single frequency you've ever known, but you would have never imagined that they would maybe look like that, or they would feel like that, because now you're finally allowing the physical to honor the source within you. You're not letting what the physical has taught you is attractive, or your past experiences of attraction, to dictate how your sacral chakra must express itself. We're giving the sacral chakra control, finally, over the physical, no longer letting the sacral, your highest center, be controlled by the physical. This was something that we were going to organically anchor in on our own, for that is where we are on our journey, and many of you are there. Sources asked us to anchor it in for the collective. And because it's such a pure frequency of creation from source, clothing is human-made, out of shame, out of putting on an identity. It's an armor, it's a barrier. So we, in our own spaces, would have been nude, and Source said, well, for the collective, we require you to still be nude for this sharing, for this anchoring. However you feel when you observe, that's your own thing. It is a co-creative channeling soul sessions, so they are more, it'll give you a bit of a feel of maybe what we do in our one-on-one sessions, even though the one-on-one sessions go a bit more personalized, but the meditation and how we connect and how we receive is a similar nature to what you would experience in a soul session. This is just more collectively brought through, and how whatever you experience in there is unique to you, just as what we experience as Velas will be unique to us. So we're receiving all these light codes, we're receiving it, we're enjoying it, you are all manifesting what you're manifesting and creating and experiencing however you're creating and experiencing it, and the weeks and days to follow you'll have your own unique understanding and experiencing in the physical of what you received. I'm excited. We're very excited for this, because we already, just by what we have uploaded already, the last two, just the last one, because the first was an introduction, the first soul session, in the week, we already started seeing what those light codes have done and how they're shifting in our physical, which has been quite profound. We've really been observing and seeing ourselves in a whole new way. And so we're really excited to hear from you all how you are all experiencing your physical life with the new light codes you receive, should you join us on that platform. Of course, it's only should it resonate. We'll still be here on YouTube, we'll still be on TikTok, we'll still be sharing in all the different ways we are guided to share. There are quite a few other beautiful side projects we have been inspired to work on for the healing practice, for Dumela Universe, for us. So we look forward to sharing all of those with you as time goes on in the near future. But for now, the one that is ready for us, it is uploaded up on OnlyFans, and you may subscribe to it should you wish. The link below will give you the it's the link, the tap link, and it'll give you all the links to the other platforms that we have. Okay, right, so let us see what's coming through now at this time, beautiful beings. Diving completely headfirst into the unknown, right? And trusting deeply. Okay, numerology first. Thank you, Source. Let us see what number is working with us at this time. Look at that, the Two of Swords, the Two of Spades, Two of Swords, the unknown. The unknown, just as we, as Velastri, were asked us to quickly to express, Source asked us to post, we posted what to do, not to think about it, not to even try to problem solve, do it, trust in the unknown and go for it. That is the theme at this time. The unknown, don't get into your mind about it, don't overthink it, don't calculate it, don't try to make sense of it, because the more you use your mind, you're still using the input of the caterpillar, okay? Imagine, this really helped us to understand this. Any thinking and processing is of the caterpillar, because that you have spent all this time receiving from there. That's, your brain is filled with books from the caterpillar experience and even the cocoon experience. That is the knowledge that you've had thus far. You're asked now to empty yourself of that energy completely and to allow yourself to explore the butterfly you are. You have not received anything from the butterfly yet, as in a book, you know. Your parents haven't given you any information, because in this realm, you're not given a name, not given a race, not given a gender, you're not given a creed to follow. In this realm, you're not directed to a school or anything. Like, you're not given any basement energy from the external. Everything that you are given, information, your way of being, your creation, your wisdom, is coming from Source. So to use the mind is to use of the external. and it's no longer valid. That information is expired. It cannot serve you. You are now to completely release the mind and be open. And then when Source brings you the inspired thought or the inspired action, go into it. Go take that step. When you're in that realm which Source has led you to, that is you stepping into the frequency of Source. Now your brain comes online within the library of Source, and now you start receiving information and learning in that realm. And this is how we are being reprogrammed, reset, recalibrated into the Aquarian realm. Be open as Source, receive from Source, step into the experience as Source. Now you action. Even the thinking is an action. You action within Source. Now the information benefits you. So trust in the unknown. Trust what Source is guiding you to. It is of your truth. As soon as you go into your mind, then you are just going to be shook. If we had received, Velastri, we need you to go into OnlyFans in order to download these transmissions for the sacral chakra. You're going to be naked. Think about it. Okay. Instead, we ask you to trust us. We ask you just to download these informations, understanding. It's going to assist the collective. Why OnlyFans? Don't ask. Just try and see. You're going to heal so much. Trust us. Okay, Source. I trust. I go. Here we are. Boom. And we will see. And I trust. Of all the frequencies in all of creation, why on earth would I not trust Source? Why would I trust the fears and the judgments of everyone else who's human running away from doing the work and then disregard Source? Thou shalt not honor any other God than me, a self-instruction to you. So beings, listen to your inner guidance, listen to Source, step into the unknown and trust. Okay, let us see. At the center of the reed, 5 of Wands, because Source is saying this is you, not trusting, second guessing, self-sabotage, letting other people talk you out of doing things, letting other people get into your mind, getting into your way, fear, insecurity, anxiety. You know exactly what steps to take. You know exactly where to go and what to do, but you're trying to think it, to problem solve it. You're trying to course correct it, and it's causing confusion. It's causing conflict. Release the conflict and the confusion of others. Don't sabotage yourself. Trust what Source is saying. Step into the unknown and just see what happens. Just see what happens. Finally, you're creating within the love you've never even known existed. Finally, you're healing the areas and the spaces which your soul was destined to. Finally, you exist. Because every single space Source is showing you is where you exist fully. Okay, Source keeps bringing this back as a reference point. Us going on to OnlyFans in the way in which we're doing it, Velastri is fully present. We are fully present. We're not putting on a role. We're not trying to be anything else. It is us completely in our most open, pure, vulnerable state as Source creating. Existence. Allowance. That is love. Because now you don't judge any aspect of self. You are simply love being. We are awakening Source in a frequency that desperately needs it. That desperately needs everyone to create through Source, and then whatever you do is love, is Source, and then. So wherever Source is guiding you, in those spaces, on those paths, you are present. Source will never guide you to a space where you're going to be absent and diminished. That's what the illusion does. But Source says, go there, there you can be 100% your authentic self. You actually need you to be 100% your authentic self in that space for the work you're going to do, for the healing, for the blessing, for the abundance you'll receive. Don't self-sabotage, beautiful beings. Release the mind. Don't let the mind play tricks on you. Don't let people of the past come through. Look at the bottom before we take the other card. 10 of Pentacles, your destined experiences. This is you creating your destiny, your stability, your legacy, your kingdom. Look at this, the Queen of Coins on top. Yes, your highest self. It's time that you receive from your highest self. And this is within. Source is saying we're showing you the places where you are going to finally receive your worth and your value, because you're allowed to shine in the space, and you're healing in the space, and you are teaching in the space, and you are loving in the space, and you're creating in the space as source. Thus you are receiving the frequencies, the energies in the spirit and in the physical of source. Finally, you will only receive your highest value and your highest worth. Don't worry about being afraid or fearful or shameful. Don't let the illusion trick you into believing that the manifestation of you is a wrongness. You are a rightness. You are allowed to shine. You are allowed to be. And you are now finally taking ownership of the spaces which truly honor the healer you are. We, as this physical expression of Velastri, had no idea that Velastri healed in that space, in sacral chakra, in open nudity, in sexuality, in sexual expression, in intimacy, we had no idea. We're discovering it. Oh, okay, so we are okay. Well, that makes sense. Fascinating. So now you're discovering your richness. Before you were born and people told you, no, you can't do that, you have to do that, and you have to do that, and you have to do that instead. You're finally allowing your source to say, let us show you what you want to do. And yes, it might freak people out, but who cares? The sun shines brightly. Imagine if the sun had a complex about the people who had sun cancer or sunburnt, or who don't like the sun, or who have an allergic reaction to the sun. The sun's like, I have compassion that yes, my rays are hectic, my light is bright, and for some of you it's uncomfortable, for some of you it's a lesson, it's a learning in self-love and self-care, but I'm not going to now dim my light for you. That's not going to happen. If you know that you can't handle this light, then you need to know what to do in order to protect yourself. But I am not going to stop shining for you. The wind does not stop blowing for you. The waves do not stop crashing for you. The birds don't stop flying for you. Why would you stop shining for anyone else? Ooh. Okay. On the floor, the card that landed on the floor was the Hangman. Don't postpone yourself. Don't postpone yourself. Stop postponing yourself. Stop sacrificing yourself for others' illusions. Without, we have the Knave of Cups, the Page of Cups. You see, innocence, curiosity. This is where you're meant to be. Fascinating, Spirit. Okay, I'm going to go there and then I'll see what I'm going to discover. Okay, I'm going to go there and I'm going to discover. I'm going to see what we see. It's a completely discoverable place where you are innocent and open, childlike innocence. You are receiving the mastery of your highest frequency. Oh yes, look at you. Powerful. You're receiving your highest frequency of worth, of value, of stability. And in that receiving it, you're exploring it. I wonder how it looks like to receive my wealth. I wonder how my wealth wants to look like. Ooh, I wonder what my value looks like in there. Ooh, I wonder. Ooh, okay, source. Okay, I'll explore. Okay. Your source is saying, I'm leading you down all the paths of all the powerful beauty you could ever experience. We just ask you to be curious and innocent and open. This is you with your mind off, your heart open to explore who you are. And you're asked to be there, beautiful beings. Don't let other people get into your head. Don't let yourself get into your own head. Below, new beginnings. It's time for new beginnings, new explorations, new adventures, new experiences, new co-creations, new ways. And the Fool card has always been the one of stepping into the unknown. And yes, many might call you a fool. Oh, what a fool. Look at that fool going and doing that. What a foolish thing to do. But you know better. You understand, you might seem foolish because you have been trained to how fools look like. I am following source, you see, and I'll be a fool for source, a fool for love anytime. I follow source energy into the depths of darkness. Yes, I will follow source off that cliff 1,000,000 times because I know where source is, love is. Where source is, I am. You are, right? It's time for you to be loyal to you, to shine brightly as the sun, to begin anew in the truth of you. Remember, rebirth is a whole new lifetime. So don't let your old lifetime dictate how you should be. We do not let our past experience of Lasala, the conditioned human Lasala, dictate who Velastri, our awakened frequency, what we are and how we should be, because of the fears and insecurities that Lasala was programmed into responding to. We no longer associate those responses with who we and what we are. We are Kemet Velastri, the alchemy of Velastri. Kemet is alchemy. So in the physical, we are Kemet. And that is who we are now. That is our frequency. That is our being. And Kemet is a whole other being we had never expected would be, and that's okay. Allow yourself to explore the butterfly you are, fearlessly, limitlessly. Don't let those who do not know how to fly clip your wings out of fear. Those who don't even want to fly, they're not even interested in flying, and yet they have so much to tell you about your wings and your flight, don't they? Crowning the tower. Foundation changing. Completely different. A whole new foundation. A bit of a shock when some of you receive what you must do, a bit of a shock. For others, when they see you expand into these unexplored territories, a bit of a shock. When you come into what this new beginning is or how it's going to be, it's a foundation change, but it's a beautiful shock. It's a complete release of the old and a complete resurgence, a beginning, a bringing through, an understanding, an awakening of you, an awakening of your new experience, an awakening of your new path, an awakening of your new you. And beneath the deck, yes, we saw it earlier, the devil. And look, the Seven of Swords. The mirror frequency, right? The bringer of light, bringer of the physical. We simply mirror what you are within. Should you be source, you're going to see it. And right now you're source, and it's time now for the physical to be source. Thus, tower, a huge foundation change, because you were creating in the past in the enslavement of you, in the illusion. So now you're creating in the freedom of you. Thus, yes, naturally, it's a whole new foundation changer to a new beginning. What's happening right now is incredibly natural, because a caterpillar is very different from a butterfly. Believe it, they really are. One is on land, one is in the air. Very different. And that's what's happening. Embrace this difference. Embrace the divine newness of you. Don't Seven of Swords get into your mind. It's time for you to invest in yourself. What? The awakened of Seven of Swords is investing in self. It's time that you invest in yourself. Whatever you receive from Source. Oh, Source, you want me to do this? Okay. Oh, you want me to sign up for that course? Okay. Oh, I should spend time doing this? Okay. Oh, you want me to open that platform? Okay. Invest in you. Don't let this be unawakened, which is other people getting into your mind. Talking yourself out of your truth. Self-saboteur. Anxiety, frustration, and fear. No, don't give anybody power over this. Invest in you. Don't give into fear. Let the mirror frequency finally mirror who you are. Blessed